Republicans promised to lower costs on day one.
I just asked you a question. Please answer. Does that seem right to you?
Says I have no political consideration, will never run for an elected office again.
Never again.
Never again.
Why, too soon?
I asked you a question.
They don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
Ask you a question. Yes or no?
Not
Racist
for me.
laws, yes or
No.
no?
But you have this woman Crockett. She's a very low IQ person.
Go back to your own country and figure out your constitution.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
Why do you like racist laws?
Some of these women, they're so stupid.
Yeah, I just did. But would you?
We don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where they came from and fix it.
Welcome, one and all. Shout out to my panelists for joining me, thank God. I don't know what I'd do without you two. Chat, I'm really glad the DragonWise fan base showed up. Appreciate you guys. Couldn't do this stream without you. We're gonna keep things quick because everyone's having a day, apparently. Isaac, how are you doing?
I have survived the day. I've survived the week. It's only Tuesday. Feels like Friday. But we're here. It's good to see you guys. It's good to see everybody in the chat. And, we're going to be dealing with some serious subjects on the show, but we always have to introduce some levity and some, realism. So
we push our pain down and come on here and have some fun while we talk about World War III. DragonWise!
Yes. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm great.
I am doing quite well. Thank you,
no.
sir.
God, sorry. Your Ukrainian version of you is actually a little hot now after we put through audio settings forever, but all right.
Is that better, sir?
It is better, yes. All right. It's a pleasure to have everyone here for this shit show. Couldn't do this without you guys. Have you considered hitting that thumbs up yet, DragonWise? We can use all the help we can get, please. All right, we have some tabs to get through so Isaac doesn't sit there in pain. Now, this one just dropped right before. Yo, Sal. Nikita Beer. So they're working on doing some they're messing with region-based replies, which is a good step to the block Indians, etc. button.
Yes.
This one I like. Starting Thursday, we'll be updating our revenue sharing incentives to better reward the content we want on X. We'll be giving more weight to impressions from your home region to encourage content that resonates with people in your country, neighboring countries, and people who speak your language. While we appreciate everyone's opinion on American politics, no, we don't. We hope this will disincentivize gaming the attention of US or Japanese accounts and instead drive diverse conversations on the platform. We invite creators to start building an audience locally, blah, 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 blah. Isaac, are you happy you won't have to compete against the bot farms now?
Yeah. I would like to never have to hit click to translate ever again while I'm on X, if ideally possible. Especially, like you mentioned, politics. I don't agree. I don't value everybody's opinion on American politics. I value American opinions on American politics. And if they could focus...
And only half of those.
Yeah, well, that's maybe less than half, to be honest at this point. So if they optimize this well, it could make the experience on X much more pleasurable to use, especially since I'm paying almost $10 a month to use it.
I don't know why I'm paying that. DragonWise, when you get the chance, will you be hitting the No More Indian button?
Yes. But I don't get to see that too often because of the way the algorithm is for me on X, because apparently I like stuff that...
So I've been going to For You more often. The For You is way more radical than my following.
Yes.
Holy shit.
But then sometimes I get this really weird stuff, really far left accounts popping up. It's like, why are you sending that to me? That's not my For You, buddy. It's a little weird sometimes, but...
Well, but we're getting a little horseshoe with the Israel situation too. DragonWise. Dropping 5 gifties, dude. Appreciate you.
Hey, I appreciate you, Erwin.
It's a hard time out here for us greens. We got to fight back against those dirty grays.
5 more citizens in the chat.
Marauder Triple X. Ooh, all right. Real name Triforce Gemini. Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh card? Or
I think that might be a Zelda fan, to be honest. Triforce.
oh, Triforce.
Yeah,
Oh,
probably,
and then
so.
a girl too, because Gemini. I'll
yes.
poke myself in the eye. Quick, I'm an Aquarius. What's your star sign, Isaac? Do you know it?
I've never known, and I never will. 'Cause I'm actually I'm straight. So
Dragonwise, do you know your star sign?
Half Aquarius, half Scorpio.
Oh, we can be halfsies now?
Well, I have same sign parents.
I didn't even know about that math. I don't even know my parents' signs.
can I be trans sign
Of
and
course.
like change what I identify as?
Yes, I
can
change
be
my
sign.
I change my star sign daily. You know, it's just like how I feel.
Yep.
You know, today like I'm in retrograde. No, you're in retarded grade. No. And I believe in some woo-woo planets and magnetism having effects on us. I believe in that.
You understand lunacy, lunatics, that type of
Yeah.
stuff?
Oh, and ask anyone who's worked at like a hospital or even just in the
yes.
in the
But
pizza
that can be
delivery
explained
game.
with gravity, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, those have effects on us. I started turning the 5G off when I go to bed because that stuff has effects on us. And it
Indeed.
I
melted
don't know
my
what you're talking
blinds.
about.
Yes.
I
I
gotta
want
talk
to
to
be
you
able.
about that after Erwin. Yeah.
I want to
So,
be able to remember actors. Yes.
yes.
Melted my blinds. Oh wait, Dragon. So I do apologize. So I'm getting really close to finishing the Reloaded video. So as soon as I finish that, I'll be knocking out your clip. I watched Dumb and Dumber. Holy shit, it was so bad. But they also dropped F-slurs and called the Chinese student Ching Chong. So there were many things to enjoy about it. The rest of the things were as hot garbage.
Yes, it's a clip farm, but
Yeah. So you wanted the very, very ending where he's like, Bob Saget's like, "What's with you people and fecal matter?" But he's actually like really far away, and they'd already like walked
Okay.
away, and then like it does like the vagina closing outro,
Yes.
like the reverse of the birth. So it didn't really quite work. So I was
Okay.
gonna go with the him smearing chocolate on the mirror, and I was just gonna make it gifties like smeared. That work for you? Okay.
that works.
Because I would have made the other one work if I could, but it was just. I mean, the smearing I think will work even better. All right, good. Yeah, you sound pleased with it. Good.
Yes, well, if you see the outtakes, he Bob Saget licks the chocolate off one of the towels, and he goes, "Yeah, it's shit."
Yeah, Bob Saget, such a character. Now, moving along, X could be getting better. Love to see it. The world getting a little bit better.
Diversity. No.
OnlyFans founder 43 tragically dies from his battle with cancer.
Yes.
I saw a few of these. 98% of the replies were rotten hell, you scum, you ruined society.
I would say the most evil man of the 21st century. And I'm not being hyperbolic. I've calculated this. I think the amount of damage he's done, it qualifies. It qualifies. I said 21st century, Erwin. Okay, I said 21st.
Not using any of them Jew maths either. They're using the real math.
No, we're using real calculators.
Wish
Honest
you
math
knew.
here. Yes, but
No, you can't trust calculators. They're probably invented by a Jew.
That's
You can't
true.
trust their
But
numbers.
nothing of value was lost. Nothing of value was lost. And
So-
also, AIPAC's biggest donor is no longer here with us. So
Basically, everyone in the replies pulled a Trump reacting to Robert Mueller's death.
yes.
Which is okay for us in the Twitter replies, but Trump, like, maybe reconsider posting that one at least. All right.
Honestly, it doesn't bother me at this point. But that's a me thing. So
Yeah, but with how midterms are looking and how much he's already lost to independence and like
Yes.
the white women's,
yes,
the
that's also
independents
why
on
I'm
white
not fit
women
to be president. Either,
fucking
so.
hate that stuff. So
You're
think
true.
it.
You're
I
absolutely
sure as
true.
hell want him to think it.
Yes. Well,
But
absolutely.
When you're at a certain level,
I understand. Yes.
you can't say that when you're the leader of the free world.
I know. Yeah.
Now, of course, everyone was super sad about the passing. Breaking: white smoke in Tel Aviv indicates that Israel has chosen a new OnlyFans CEO, which was is unbelievably funny on so many different levels.
Yeah.
Really got me. Now,
Best part about this. Go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead because there's a bit of a twist on this one. I didn't
Well,
realize.
the best part about this, I saw this post. It was sent to me by a papist friend, and he's like, he's like, you know what this means, right? I'm like, oh, I know what this means. Yes, I understand the full context here. And
yes, and then I assume that's the rockets that are recently hitting Tel Aviv.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So hilarious.
That's from Iran,
We
correct?
explain the joke
Correct,
to
yes.
you. Now, here's what I didn't realize. This dude's a fucking dirty commie. He literally has a hammer sickle in his title.
Yeah, like
That's
the
what it says
Jackson
right there.
Hinkle types, those queers. Yeah.
Okay, this I know. Marxist, Leninist, American patriot, Christian. Hashtag American Communist Party. So he got the views, so he put a follow, and this is how I first realized it.
Yeah. ACP,
American-
that's Jackson Hinkle's thing. Yeah.
Oh, who's that? An even
the
gayer
leader-
version of Nick
he's the leader-
Fuentes?
No, he's the leader of communism in the West.
Oh,
Yeah, and so that is like an identical post. That's something he would post. He's like, we're all for America first. We're America only. God bless the Communist Party type of stuff. That's the type of shit it's about. You see what I mean? That type of stuff. It's like, you know what? I agree. I don't support Israel either, but rotten hell, you commie son of a bitch too. So pardon my French, but
yeah.
I don't have to support any foreign
But then-
country or communism. That's the great thing about being American.
But then Milo, this only person he replied to, Milo, pops up. I am in awe, and then thank you, Milo.
Well, Milo is back out of the closet again recently. If you saw that, so like he was ever pretending. We all knew, he's.
I thought he was gonna keep the grip going at least another year.
No, he's walking around with a gentleman friend.
How many babies has he adopted?
I got to be totally honest. I don't see him as the type to do that. I
Oh.
don't know. I don't think he's a Dave Rubin, to be totally honest. He's still a crazy.
He would
person in
definitely.
my book.
He would have gabies for sure.
Yeah. So we shall see. But Milo's an interesting follow if you need a laugh. He's been dropping a lot of slurs lately too, like of the ethnic kind. So
This guy's dropping hard R's if you need a good laugh. Is that what you're
Yes.
saying?
pretty much, yes. Well, no, he posted a meme. He said, "I'm not gay because I love men. I'm gay because I hate women." Was his thing, and he's like, "We are not the same."
Oh,
Like,
it's
really edgy, Milo.
some classic Greek thing. I'm so straight, women are gay to me.
That's
I only
what it
want the
was,
high
yeah.
T dudes, that kind of shit. Oh my god.
That's ultra gay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now,
So-
okay.
Question, Isaac. His name, you said Milo?
Milo Yiannopoulos, yes.
Good luck spelling that one.
Yeah, and you said leader of the Western Communist Party?
No, not him.
No,
not
Jackson
Jackson Hinkle.
Hinkle. Oh my God.
Jackson Hinkle's
Okay.
fine. Milo's like a gay right wing dude, like
Gotcha.
right wing.
Breitbart,
Like,
the Breitbart Gamergate, not gay, back to gay pipeline.
Yeah, he's very involved, like culturally. Milo, I think he supported Trump back in 2016, stuff like that. Yeah, Milo's not a
And
comic.
then-
He's just a massive queer.
And
Gotcha.
then,
I understand.
Easy confusion between the two. So
then him and Nick Fuentes ran Kanye West's presidential campaign. So
I guess he got the LGBT voting block.
it's quite the ride Milo's been on.
The regular
is.
gays.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
All right, so there's quite a few of these I could do. I only got one for this week. It's people Trump has lost the support of. This week we have a Proud Boy. I switched from libertarian to Republican because of Trump. Fought Antifa all over the country. My podcast, getting good Republicans elected. All of it means nothing now. The level of betrayal I feel from Trump is devastating. He's done. MAGA is now a neocon op. Trump! Danger, Will Robinson. Like, come
And the thing
on.
is, that's why I keep saying he needs to get back on X to be in direct
Desperately.
touch with his base. Dude, get off Truth Social. It's a shit site. It was good when you were kicked off of everything. But, stop watching Mark Levin and Truth Social all the time. Get with the people. So
his Fox News addiction is as unhealthy for him as his Diet Coke addiction.
It's boomerism is what it is. So
thank you. Don't worry. We're getting into the boomerisms now. The liberal
for all the
order.
things I'll compliment Trump on, he's still a boomer, and that's you can never unboomer a boomer.
Boomer's gonna boom is how I describe it. Pam Bondi, everyone's favorite. This was on March 20th. Today we sued Harvard University for enabling and even encouraging anti-Semitism on its campus. The Trump admin's been abundantly okay. Marco Rubio. On the 18th, the United States congratulates Argentina as it begins its presidency of the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance. Ted Cruz. Commenting on the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops, Catholics are called to reject anti-Semitism and the lies and conspiracies that fuel it, and to stand clearly against hatred and violence towards our Jewish brothers and sisters. Ted Cruz, amen.
Which is ironic because Catholicism does not endorse Israel, which is
Dragon
very
Wise?
ironic. So.
Did you have thoughts?
Well, it's if that college campus was allowing anti-Semitism, then it's okay to be anti-Islamic, correct?
Well, it's all the post-October 7th stuff where they took over, and they were, to be fair, literally creating like no-go zones and stuff like that. Yep. They do deserve to be prosecuted, but bro, the way it gets so... Well, because all the tribalism and the Jewish people have that, like, the fear of, they're all against us, because it's really pushed onto them, just like it's pushed onto all of us as well.
Well, the issue I see from this is, too, they never take this type of action for anti-Christian discrimination, which we've had for generations. And it makes you feel like, okay, well, you can spit on the cross, you can do what you want, but, if you do it to a Jewish person, you'll never do it to a Muslim person, ever.
How'd you know I had Alan Dershowitz up next?
Oh, Epstein's lawyer? Oh, okay.
Yes, Epstein's lawyer, Alan Dershowitz. On Iran war. This is the most important war since 1939, since Nazi Germany. Had President Trump been in charge in 35 and 36, I think the Holocaust would have been prevented.
Everything's World War II, everyone is Hitler, and everything's the Holocaust. It's...
He didn't just go like 100%. He went like 110% on that one. Jesus
literally
Christ,
nobody is saying that anyone wants innocent people to ever die, but 80 years ago does not translate to now, buddy. You're always invoking the past. We have new fish to fry now, and it's crazy. So
hey, let's not invoke the past. Bill O'Reilly.
Oh my gosh.
Today, Iran has replaced Germany as a frightening threat, and incredibly, Europe still looks away. I'm just going to take that off just in case. Apparently, not absorbing the fact that at least 50 million human beings died because evil was ignored in 1936, Isaac.
Yeah, I agree. The Holodomor that killed 20 million white Christians in Slavic nations, and communism really sure is a hell of a drug, and we never talk about that. The mass genocide in Eastern Europe and Russia.
Hey,
so
starvation is great for weight loss. All right, come on.
True. That's what I've been told. I wouldn't know, but
Well, hear me out. Eugenics could use a revision.
Eugenics would work if the right people were in charge, right?
Is it eugenics if you do it on a moon base? Really,
Yeah, no, that's just white flight at that point.
That's true.
Now,
yeah.
So obviously I could have kept showing these. It's just they are getting massacred in the replies. They just the Overton window has shifted on Israel at an insane amount. This was the tabooest of taboos. This is the original cancel culture. We just found out that we lost Megan Fox on her wonderful boobs in her prime in Transformers because she said that Michael Bay was like Hitler on set. And so Steven Spielberg told him, fire that bitch.
Really?
Yeah, just saw that earlier.
Because I never knew that whatsoever.
The Jews took Megan Fox's boobs away from
All right, it's time to reconsider a lot of things at this point. We're going to war. Kanye 2028.
Like,
what can I say? No, I'm kidding.
I used to like joke like no, stop. I'm trying to de-radicalize Isaac. Stop. No, you're making it too hard. And it's just like, man, I wish that were a joke. I wish Jews stealing Megan Fox's boobs from us was a joke. But it's the original cancel culture. And that's what I'm saying. It used to take Megan Fox's boobs down, and now it's literally going to be one of the things that unites the left and right, I think, whether we want it to or not. They have lost full fucking support. It's
100%. And like we say too, when the boomer generation is no longer a factor, this foreign country will have no support amongst the Western world whatsoever. So
the liberal world order is essentially the boomer world order, and once that's over, God help us during the transition. And like I said, I'm gray pilled. I think we're gonna make it through.
We will.
It's just how long it takes to recover afterwards.
But also, it's going to take America going from, and I'll get all philosophical, we might not be a republic. We may have to be an empire. And
Sal, I feel your pain so much.
Well, I mean, if you're not expanding, you're contracting, Isaac. So empire or bust.
I think we have good days ahead, but it's going to be a lot of work to get there.
So. A lot of pain, a lot of work. A lot of prayer.
Yes.
Because we got people like Boomer Lindsey Graham in charge. Lindsey Graham on Kirk Island, as in Suez Canal. We did Iwo Jima. We can do this.
What a fool. We lost thousands of American lives in Iwo Jima.
Oh, what? Yeah, Tim Burchett having to get up in here. Oh, okay. They're just not hiding anymore. I don't want to talk about this every week.
Which I just want to address this. What you have on the
screen.
But
they're making their move.
Tim Burchett is an Israel guy. He takes AIPAC. Tim Burchett's an Israel guy.
Is
he? Yes, he is. No, he like goes to the Israeli Jew conferences and stuff and all that. But
Tim Burchett touches wall. I'm looking for it. Tim Burchett.
I don't think he's high profile enough to have done that. But no, Tim Burchett is an AIPAC guy. He goes to the Jewish conferences, stuff like that. But the fact that even he's willing to be like, I support Israel, but sending American troops is a step too far. I think we need more people to stand up for saying hold the line on no American troops. So it's kind of what I'm saying. So
yeah, this crazy concept of peace instead of destroying our American dominance and handing it to China.
Yes.
All for a tiny little country of like 8 million people.
Yes.
Man, I wish we put our 300 million, fuck all the illegals, the 300 million.
We need to deploy American troops into American cities and retake that back first. So that's what we need. Forget about Israel.
We started doing it. Yeah, I know. When we drone strike in Tim Waltz. Trish Eisen. I got it right this time, right? Trish Eisen. Dropping a 10 says, thanks for having Dragon on. Yes, you're very welcome. And like I said, I'm very happy that the Dragon Wise fan club has shown up strong tonight. We're missing a lot of people. Other things are still going. Appreciate you all being here.
It's not like there's like an event going on that's like a main.
No. Yeah. A Tuesday night one.
Yeah, something like that.
Started when I was on Badgers earlier today, and then just 5 hours. Isaac, could you imagine you're back right now?
It'll be over. I wouldn't be able to do it. I would die. So,
dude, 3 hours hurts me the next day.
Yep.
Trust me, last week hurt me.
Let's keep going.
I streamed over 5 hours. I think a Monday ago. Yeah, it was rough. So,
and it's post con, so.
Yeah, Isaac,
that event's going to be a while.
You haven't hit 30 yet. 30? Your body goes, oh, you're 30 now? Everything's going to break. Everything's going to hurt. So
you told me I'm still mid-20s for the next year, right? Now. I'm good.
Yes.
I'm good okay, good.
Yeah. Now, let's look at how they're handling this over in the UK. So did you hear about the ambulance attack, Isaac?
No, I did not, actually.
Oh, no. Really? Well, these 4 Jewish ambulances got
Wait,
torched.
Jewish ambulances in the UK?
Yeah, so they have their own separate ambulances.
Oh, like in New York, they have their own police forces and welfare
We
fraud.
will
And stuff.
also be
Yeah.
discussing how they have their own police forces.
Okay,
And
I didn't know they had
Farage,
ambulances.
and Nigel Farage kicked a guy out of Reform because he thought that he compared it to the Muslims and what they do. And
Yeah.
you're not allowed to do that. So Nigel
Interesting.
Farage, the horrible attack on volunteer ambulances is part of a rising tide of hate against Jewish communities. As I write, more undocumented young men are crossing the channel. Many will be from Iran. We have an open door to potential enemies. Close the border to protect our precious Jews.
So I would just say close the borders to begin with.
Exactly,
Yes.
leave it at that. Yes, or
Please.
close the borders to maybe protect the people. Oh, British people. That's who. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah. So yeah, Thrawn got it in
And-
chat. Yeah, I agree. So
Yes. So Zoomer Historian points out Nigel Farage cares more about Jewish ambulances than he does about the rape gangs, the worst atrocity in European history. 100%. 100%. And he's
as
an
always,
absolute donkey.
Zoomer with the balanced takes on English politics.
Mm-hmm.
He's more in touch because he's from there than I am.
So, of course, the media. This is how 6 million Jews were sent to the gas chambers. It started like this. Everyone now needs to wake up. Never again.
That's scripted. Yeah.
And if you're not speaking out against the anti-Semitism, you're part of the problem. So white
Right.
silence is violence.
Silence is violence. Yes.
This is
I
like
thought
this is like a Bud Light level PR disaster for Israel.
this is
Like,
why we say, and I tell you,
Guys.
I'm only starting to see this particular subject within the last couple of years. This is why people say that Israel is like BLM for the right. Would you say that's a fair assessment? I think it absolutely is.
I
Could
mean,
you say that
in
again?
what way?
Is the support for Israel, the Jewish community, whatever, is kind of similar to like BLM, Black Lives Matter, but for the right. It's kind of like outsourcing your support. White liberals always being like, we need to protect the blacks. White conservatives, we always need to send our resources to Jewish people.
Ways, but that's what I'm saying. This is a left and right thing. So that's how it is for the left and the right. The left just recently, like post October 7th, have gone full. We have to save Gaza and all that shit. So that's actually pretty recent. That's when the communists like made their full like power move. But it wasn't like that till
a slightly
very
different
recently.
opinion. We have very different ends in mind, like very different ends in mind for the similar disagreements over Israel, Jews, and everything. So yeah,
Who?
I don't know. So
You and who?
the left and the right. I think we have a very different end goal in mind. Like the left doesn't support Israel because of Gaza and Palestine, and not because
hate-
of American interests.
Well, the current crop of far lefties, they hate Jewish people because they're white adjacent, and they're
Well,
part
I
of
would
like
say also
the power
ideologically,
structure.
leftists hate Jews
patriarchy.
because capitalism, and then right wing people are sick of it because of communism, and it's like they both converge upon one similar factor, which we know what that is.
When they used to have the protection from left and right. That's what I'm
Right,
saying. That the whole October 7th arguable stand down, it kind of blew up in their faces. It's let them get away with a lot of stuff geopolitically, but they aren't going to be able to do it for too much longer. This is an absolute PR disaster for them, and this is going to quagmire. I know everyone wants to pretend this isn't war and all that stuff. Bros, we're already in a quagmire. We're going to be talking about it. But we have to get through some propaganda, and let's keep going so Isaac doesn't hurt too bad.
Yeah.
Belgium deploys soldiers to city streets to provide extra security to the Jewish community following anti-Semitic attacks. I don't call seeing this for our groom girls.
So
Reform UK has... Yes, and then we'll get to the...
I just saw in
the
Belgium,
Tribalism.
there was this whole artist... I bookmarked it on my thing. There was a whole artist thing where they smashed statue of Jesus, like a ceramic statue of Jesus. So like there's this whole in Belgium, same place. So and everybody was supportive of it. Nobody called it out. The local news media, nothing. but they need to protect the Jewish community. But screw the Christians, as always, so.
That, and like I said, I'm not a Jew obsessor. All this stuff has been obvious, but it's all different people have been in power at different times. During like the Bush administration, they had a lot of power, but then they got out for a while, wasn't a lot of power. They had a lot of influence on Trump one, but other than Soleimani, they didn't get a lot out of them. But now they've made a huge power move. So as much as I don't want to talk about this constantly, they're forcing us to. Yeah, and they're just going full court. Like at this point, there's an argument to be made. They're purposely trying to make everyone hate Jews, so that way they can in the diaspora and bring them back, so that way they can have their like end times prophecy, which is that
victimhood status too helps. So
I mean, they did a lot of that for like the creation of Israel as well, so it's not exactly far fetched. And this all this anti-Semitic attacks and blowing them out of proportion.
Well, why did America and England
back to Israel
totally capitulate in 1948? For the creation of that state. It was this white guilt, and it was like, well, our fellow Europeans hurt you so badly, so here you go. We're gonna displace a bunch of people and give you this piece of land, and when it's like in reality, how about we build up England and the United States post-war for our own benefit first, economically? So.
Yeah, and coincidentally, it's in an area without Rothschild central banks, weirdly, but more on that later. And shout out to Chaotic Melissa. Appreciate you for 10. Hola, Dragonwise. Can we get a little accent for that?
Thank you. Come again.
I was thinking of a different accent. That was good though.
Can I get a Slurpee, please, Dragon, if you don't mind? Do you have any blue raspberry in the back? Yeah.
Welcome to the Golden Cow Casino.
Yes. Shout out. And genuinely, the Dragonwise Club, I really appreciate you guys.
Awesome.
You're carrying me in this stream. Thank you. All right, moving along. Just as halal and kosher must go, so must this go. So remember when Nick Shirley did his thing against the Smallies, and even like all the Daily Wires were loving it, and then that Tyler Oliveira guy showed.
Yes. He did the Poop Festival first.
Yes, and then he showed Jewish people doing basically the same thing, and then Nick Shirley was like, "Ooh, keep up the good work," and then everyone's like, "We have to cancel Nick Shirley now."
Well, Laura Loomer at that point said compared Nick Shirley to a Nazi. She said Nick Shirley is why we have a Nazi problem in the Republican Party.
Then that made this story blow up. So now they're currently doing the whole, "Oh no, save us from the anti-Semitism. I guess we have to pass all the online bills and censor everyone now." But by doing that, people are going, "Wait, you have separate ambulances and polices? That's kind of weird." And so it's easy to do you have the courage to say I'm saying about Jewish police force, or let's see, is it this? Okay, I must have it later, but okay, yeah, I must have it later, but Nigel Fraud.
Yeah, just like the Sharia
someone questioned
police
those
forces we were talking about.
That right there. Yeah, if you
we can't have either. So
someone said that, Nigel Fraud says you're no longer in Reform UK.
Wow.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Nigel doing Nigel things.
So since Charlie died, and particularly since the Tucker Fuentes accost, the NeoCons have been on an absolute cancel spree. Attempted cancel spree. Currently, I believe they're going after Tucker's son as well. But in government, they just got Noem out, and now we're going to Mark Wayne Mullen or whatever, but he's...
Yes, I think he might be in already. Yeah.
Yeah, and he just got sworn in. I don't know how much better he's going to be. He talks a good game. Now they're... Tulsi. They got a target on Tulsi. Tulsi says the U.S. and Israel have different goals than Iran. Netanyahu admits Israel hits targets without President Trump's approval, and lifting sanctions on Iran oil reportedly on the table. Less than 24 hours have went by, and the main points Kent made have already been vindicated. So last week we talked about Joe Kent resigning. And to prove him wrong, he was completely vindicated literally within the next day. Like 3 news stories immediately came out proving that he was right about everything that he said. Not a good look. And now the people who are anti-war like him and Tulsi have to be gotten rid of. Looking an awful lot like Tulsi Gabbard is about to resign. A lot of scuttlebutt about stuff like that. Got a lot of that before, like Dan Bongino leaving as well. With Kent gone, Vance hiding out, and Gabbard leaving, if true, the non-interventionists have been outmaneuvered by the crazies. So keep an eye on this. If Tulsi gets booted, all sanity is going to have left the room.
Because even though she does have, some liberal tendencies, she's definitely someone I would classify as classically anti-war, anti-interventionist.
And she was in the military.
Yes, she was. So she understands the stakes of loss with that. So
I have lots of problems with her, but like RFK, she was put in the correct place to where she actually does have things that make sense, and she's actually been one of her and RFK, the Democrats, somehow have been the ones doing some of the
I would
best
never
job.
put them in charge of the Second Amendment legislation or anything whatsoever.
No,
or
of course
climate change and stuff. Yeah.
Yes, but with this type of stuff, I think it's all right. RFK perfect for health stuff. So, those were great appointments, and if they go, that's a bad sign. So,
Isaac, the hit has been put out on Tulsi politically.
Yep.
When Josh Hammer shows up
yes.
to cancel you. Let's see.
Or maybe not just politically.
Well,
yes.
maybe he doesn't use very strong language. Maybe he's not trying to get her canceled. Let's see what he said. He says anonymous sources have informed him that Tulsi is running a shadow operation that he views as anti-Semitic. Oh my God. He says Tulsi Gabbard is directly involved in an anti-Semitic influencer operation that involves certain narratives. And quote, she's personally very anti-Semitic.
Oh, really? Wow.
So
Isaac, bro, basically.
You can confirm though, if Josh Hammer is saying sources are telling me I need to cancel Tulsi, that means there's a bit of a political hit out on Tulsi from the Israeli influence.
Absolutely right. Yes.
Right? Well,
Dragon, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say, what's their definition of anti-Semitic? Like me.
If you're against anything Israel does, they call it anti-Semitic. It's that.
Yes.
Well, I didn't know if it was based on Israel or the religion.
It actually
of it.
It actually has to do with you being against a language, but what's semantics?
They've expanded it to if you even criticize like Israel or Netanyahu, you're anti-Semitic. Whereas we know, that's absurd. That's an absurd definition.
We criticize our own president. Why can't we criticize another country?
Exactly right. Yeah.
Because the foreign influence lobby has more influence over the American government than the American people do, sadly.
Yep.
And it's not even, but that's the problem is it's not even all that much money. The AIPAC donations are barely fucking anything.
It's like a yearly salary for a congressman.
They sell out for peanuts.
Well, it's look at Judas. Judas sold out for 2 weeks' pay of a laborer to betray Jesus. So
sad. All right, let's take a short break. Talking about Jewish. I don't want. I remember when we were talking about Doge and stuff like that. That was fun.
Go back. I wanted to connect. Yes. Speaking of AIPAC, like that OnlyFans guy donated $11 million to AIPAC in 2024. That's him.
I saw some stuff saying that he was like, but I didn't. But then the receipts say that he did.
That he did. Yes. So.
But yeah, allegedly. Big sport. And then also not the founder, but the owner of OnlyFans. And also OnlyFans was just like a subscribe to our Patreon until all the whores went over there. And then they realized, this is how we were going to make money.
Oh,
so.
Question. AIPAC.
Yes?
What is that an acronym for?
Oh my God. Isaac, keep it brief.
I believe off the top of my head, I think it's American Israeli Political Action Coalition. I think.
That's not what he wanted to know.
It's essentially a lobbying group. You know how we have like the NRA for the Second Amendment? So
gotcha.
it's a lobbying group like that, but it's for only Israel's interests. So if they lobby our elected officials to support Israel at all costs. So
even though it's for a foreign country and should have to register as foreign agents, because like we were saying, how it's considered anti-Semitism to not support something Israel does. It works vice versa as well.
Right.
So
gotcha.
Turns out there's no winning.
And they'll give money to anybody, Democrat, Republican, Independent. If you're willing to shill for Israel a little bit, they'll give you some shekels. Part of my, terminology, but
I'll be a hooker.
And they're just a lot too. 'Cause, like,
or they might give you a $7,000 check for a positive post on X if you're a big influencer too. They may or may not do that.
So it's really clever of Jewish people to set up a state, and then any attack of the state is attack on the religion. We should set up a Christian country or something like that.
Like America.
I think they did that like back in the late 1700s.
Yeah, like the 70s. The 70s,
Yeah.
I think, like mid 70s. 76. 76, yeah.
I think you're right on that.
150 years ago, actually. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we got too many tabs for that heart of sarcasm. Joe Kent. Did you guys watch Joe Kent on Tucker?
I saw a lot of clips. I did not see the whole thing. So
yeah, I think I watched all of it. Maybe not, but I at least watched most of it, if not all. The last time I saw Charlie Kirk on this earth was in June, in the West Wing. He looked me in the eye and he said, "Joe, stop us from getting into a war with Iran." One of President Trump's closest advisors was vocally advocating for us not to go to war with Iran, Charlie, and for us to rethink at least our relationship with Israelis. And then he's suddenly publicly assassinated and we're not allowed to ask any questions about that? The guy in charge of counterterrorism asks. The investigation that I was part of with the National Counterterrorism Center, we were stopped from continuing to investigate. We had heard the rumors that that's what happened. Now confirmed. They were looking into specifically the text that got leaked about Charlie being concerned about the Israel lobby.
yes.
And it was kiboshed.
Well, Charlie also said that the secular Jewish demographic is to blame for introducing liberalism into our society and stuff. He was talking about all of that. He was talking about all of that.
Noticing. But while also still being very pro-Jew and Israel as well.
Yep.
But as he was learning, you can't even get away from it a little bit. You have to be 100%.
You mentioned one thing, and they are the ones that push you away. Where you're like, I want to be a moderate. I don't hate anybody, but I want to criticize everybody equally. They're like, no, fuck you. You're anti-Semitic, part of my French, but that's what they do. So
I'm not a religious person, but I have faith and God and all that stuff. But I can also see the hypocrisy in religion. That's why I was asking. What do you mean? Like, what's their level of anti?
It's BLM in a way where they can use it as a shield to protect themselves and also as a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of a thing. But that was left, and the Democrats and the Republicans both used it. But now it's blown up in all their faces. And once we get rid of the boomers, they are going to be looked at as traitors. 100%.
100%. Yeah.
There's unanswered questions. We know because of the text messages that had been made public, and apparently he was the one who leaked them. That Charlie was under a lot of pressure from a lot of pro-Israel donors. So I'm like, it doesn't make sense for Israel to do that to Charlie, was my initial reaction, because Charlie was still very pro-Israel, even if he was starting to doubt it and whatnot. And he was like, when the people still like helping them and part of their cause, it didn't make any sense to do that.
Right.
But then you get this, and this was planned. This has been planned for some time to do this Iran war. Like Witkoff and Jared Kushner have let the cat out of the bag. I don't know if you've seen that clip, Isaac, where Witkoff kind of explains how they've had this plan. They call it a master plan. And when he says master plan, Jared goes at him.
Witkoff is the guy that's like always over Trump's shoulder everywhere. He's like a shadow at this point. So
Witkoff and Kushner, like, we'll be getting into the whole, you got 5 days in the negotiating team and all this.
Right.
It's Witkoff and Kushner. I was told Kushner wasn't going to be part of this administration.
What do they have preferences towards any outgroup like that's not the United States, or I don't know.
I don't know. I wonder if Joe Kent has any opinions on that.
Yes.
Peace through strength. It's the American way from the White House. I don't have to tell you. It's not looking good in the replies.
Yes.
Not one fucking bit. Oh my God. Trump,
and the thing is, that's a true statement. Peace through strength.
I know. He used to drop that. He used to drop that say, and he'd say that, and we used to go, yeah.
Yeah. I still believe in it, but it has to be for American interests, and that's where we have to disassociate our Israeli interests, American interests, and I would argue jockeying for any foreign nation is not in our favor. It's not, especially a country like Israel that doesn't act like an ally towards us. You know, if someone was
What do you
attacking Great
mean
Britain-
on an ally?
Exactly. So
How does he do it? That hurt.
Mark Levin, well, he's I'm not going to say how he does it, but Mark Levin says that Israel is the cradle of Western civilization, which is bullshit. Bullshit.
All right, no, we have too many tabs to,
Yeah.
to hate on Mark Levin. All right.
All right.
Now,
I'll do it in my own time.
Orrin McIntyre, the stakes always escalate. That's why you should never lie to yourself about limiting engagements. I try to tell people from the beginning, bros, you can play war games all you want. This is war and it's going to be a quagmire. And the quagmire has been quaggin. If Iran doesn't fully open without threat the Strait of Hormuz within 48 hours from this exact point in time, the United States of America will hit and obliterate their various power plants. Starting with the biggest one first. Thanks for your attention. Trump out here on truth, so he's just truth and war crimes now. Like, what the fuck, bro? What are you saying, Dragon?
Is he talking about the nuclear power plants Iran uses?
I don't think they have nuclear power plants. They were trying to say they were doing the nuclear, right?
Right.
Or do they have nuclear power plants?
Power plants of, there's still power plants of some sort. You know, he wants to knock out their infrastructure.
Well, I was thinking of Fallout, basically.
And so, of course, we're doing this for the people. We care about the protesters that I didn't have the tab, but you'll never believe this, Isaac. Turns out Mossad actually started the uprisings in Iran.
Oh,
it's
really?
starting to
Shocker.
look like
I did wait,
a color revolution before a war?
Are you telling me that intelligence agencies, Mossad, CIA, are capable of subversive operations within a sovereign nation?
No.
To be fair,
no.
I think it was New York Times, though. Wow. So we do have to keep that in mind.
Of course.
And CIA does nothing inside the borders of our country.
South America, even. We've never toppled nations. You know, never. Mossad, totally, they would never do that. Very believable. You know.
And obviously the replies aren't doing so hot. And then Trump does the ultimatum and talked about how it doesn't seem like he has a plan. I think we can confirm he doesn't, sadly. Trump wants ceasefire with Iran. Trump declares victory. Trump is sending Marines into Iran. Trump is not putting boots on the ground. Trump does not want ceasefire. Trump says Iran has no people left. Trump declares victory. Trump asks for ceasefire with Iran. Trump asks for help with Iran. Trump says NATO are poo faces. Trump says Iran begging for ceasefire. Trump says everything is perfect. Trump says $500 oil is a good thing. Trump demands Iran open. And a lot of these are actually true. A lot of these happen. And the ones I don't know probably did happen. I just didn't catch. Trump says Hormuz was never closed. Like that one, he did. Trump declares victory in Iran. Correct. Yeah, we'll get to that. Trump says Iran never had nukes. Trump says objectives very clear. Trump says world owes him thank you. Trump says world are poo faces. Trump gives Trump peace prize. I don't think that one happened. Trump declares victory in Iran. Trump bombs Iran. Trump wants a ceasefire with Iran. Yeah, Isaac, does it? Now, it's not all of these are true, but a lot of them were. The messaging.
I just agree with saying, declare victory and leave. That's not hard. That's not hard to do.
It is, actually, though, because wars are quagmires, and once they start, it's very, very, very difficult to get them
And the point is, what did we accomplish by doing this? Because they're just going to prop up another leader. I think this is where we're detached from Stone Age mentality. They like martyrs. They like martyrs much more over there than even we do. And we made him a martyr in the eyes of a lot of his supporters.
And
that's kind of going to backfire on us for generations, possibly. So
right, we just use pig's blood on everything. Go in there.
That's true.
And
I don't hate it.
Islam is bad. It's a cult.
They say we have to invade them because they've been preparing for war against us for decades. And then they simultaneously are like, but also it's a military operation and it's going to be over super quick. But also they've been preparing this for decades.
The war on Iran? I believe it.
Well, no, Iran has been preparing for this for a long time. So and they're lashing out at all the other all of our other allies in the Gulf states, hitting actual like important infrastructure and stuff, and they've been doing some escalating. And that's the thing is, Trump thought he was going to end Ukraine war on day one. How's that going? And then he was told he's going to be able to do this very easy, and this is going to turn into that exactly
was
a quagmire.
Bad PR. That was good for the campaign, but it never followed through whatsoever.
Dragon.
I was going to say, I know why the Russia invaded Ukraine, but don't know if you want to get into it on this stream.
Nope, we don't have enough time. Moving along. Matt Bracken often hosts the fourth hour of Alex Jones. Very, very, very well versed and thinks more about the future than most people. He's written books about it, like fictional books.
Cool. Oh, fictional? Really? I got to check that out. Okay.
Oh yeah. He's one of my favorites. He's very, very well
informed. Talk about it after. Cool.
And very based. So this is complete strategic incoherence. Yeah, March 20th. We don't use the straight. We don't need it. March 20th. Oh, we'll obliterate all of you. Generals and admirals need to start resigning. I said this as someone who voted for Trump 3 times, went to rallies, and drove 11 hours to attend J6 in person. It's a mess, and it seems like he doesn't know what he's doing, because it doesn't seem like he knows what he's doing. So he made an ultimatum, and that's all he has to do, right? Well, Iran responds, well, we will completely close the strait. We'll hit vital infrastructure in the Middle East. This includes energy, IT, and water desalination facilities, which some of these desal plants, if they hit, there's going to be a lot of people dying from not having water.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Iran senior, and then it's not just stuff not being able to leave the strait. They're not being able to get in as well with supplies. Iran senior military commander says the country's military strategy has shifted from defensive to offensive. Iranian officials say the country has enough reserves of essential goods to last for up to 1 year. Obviously, don't know how much I believe them, but they, like I said, they've been preparing for this a long time.
And plus, they also have allies. We need to remember that. You know, they're not totally alone.
And these aren't like rat tunnels in Gaza. It's Iran. Right. And everyone's like,
it's a big ass country. People don't realize that. You know,
we defeated them in 1 day. It's over. Doesn't look very over. Well, what if we hide all the rocket attacks from the media? Then it's over.
No.
Yeah, about that.
Did you notice on social media too? It got flooded with a ton of old footage and then fake footage, but a lot of like old footage from years ago. And so they were saying nothing you see. You can't believe anything you see whatsoever.
Flooding it with a bunch of fake news to throw people off from the real stuff. Yeah. Every time I see the missiles, I'm like, there's not a community note, but I still don't believe it. All right. So Trump, we need to negotiate. Also, there would be a total decimation of Iran. Bro, it's just like war crime and freely. What the fuck, man? He's always wanted to go against Iran. He was never the pro-peace ticket. What are you talking about? He's always wanted the total decimation of Iran.
That's what I was going to say. So, question. During Trump's first term, he had all those rhinos in his ear that led him to some bad decisions, like COVID. Is it the complete opposite this time around?
No, it's still terrible people. He's got some better people.
It's the same but worse in that.
But I meant like on the other side.
Their handlers like activated him though is the real issue. Because we didn't have October 7th, right? And during his first term, was not under Biden.
That was 23.
That was Biden.
I want to say 23. So that was Biden.
Yeah, and that's when it really activated. So now and then he's always surrounded himself with a bunch of grifters. Like there's still like my buddy, he's into crypto. I was talking about all like the Trump coin and all that stuff and NFTs. The people that they did that with, the guy is like known for being a big scammer and stuff like that.
Right.
Like he's got a bunch of grifters around him.
Trump is the lights and camera guy too. You got to remember that. You know, he's got a long history of entertainment and branding. You know, he's all about that.
During the first term, a lot of people though they would use that as cope and excuse. Trump is the best. The Trump that lives in my head is totally real. I'm not delusional in imagining him. Trump is the best. It's everyone around him's fault. I'm going to totally ignore who hired them, but Trump is the best. It's everyone else's fault. And I think, though, in this, we still got a lot of that as well. But the Epstein thing, that really broke people, where they finally actually started even Jeremy being able to say, this is bad, Trump. Like, that broke it. And then now with this whole clearly doing this for Israel thing, it's people are finally willing to say, it's not just the people around him.
But dude, even
Trump.
like the Jeremies of the world, it's like I saw Cobra Cast the other day. He's saying, telling Ben Shapiro, go back to Israel if you love it so much over there. You know, stop simping for foreign nations. Even like the hardcore ride or die Trump fans are sick of the Israel stuff.
But then a lot of them had trouble being willing to admit that Trump was one of them. And at this point, you sadly can't deny it anymore. The guy that moved the capital to Jerusalem or whatever.
I know. Yeah.
Or Tel Aviv or whatever. Yeah.
I will just say too, Boomer's gonna boomer too.
Boomer's gonna boom. I know. We had a chance.
You can never fix it, so we have to have hope for the future. You know,
generations are different. That's why fourth turnings happen. But thankfully, Japan, one of our best allies, they actually had a really good solution to open up the Straits of Hormuz. They've actually unleashed Gajira.
Hell yeah.
Chat, have you seen this?
Hell yeah.
Chat. Gajira. So, hopefully that works out.
And gave us something else.
Tentacle porn. Moving along, too many tabs.
I was talking about the dancers I turned you on to.
Oh, well, don't you worry. Actually, yes. Thanks to your gifties and to our wonderful super chatters that followed, I did actually have the dancing girls. They're calling this a Junin jump rope. I'm pretty sure it's an excuse to show us their butt vaginas.
Can we say our greatest ally? Is this our greatest ally, do you think, Erwin, at this point?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Yes. So.
And then Japan and Korea, like, stop the beef, team up against China, join America. Like, please God.
We can rock and roll with that.
Skid Row says he wants more. Skid Row, Chris Gore. So some more butte just for you, Erwin. Well, in exchange for your butte, here's some Japanese butte. Let's get a little. Oh, they raised it a lot higher. Wait, how's she getting over that one? They're dancers. It's professional athletics. These are athletes you're looking at, Chad. And if you'd like to look at them more, you know how.
That profile pic's killing me, by the way, from Skid Row.
I know, I love it.
Chris Gore hit hard times, man. You know,
absolute troll. I love it, dude. Appreciate you, man. Like, always happy to see you and your various forums, Chris.
Yes, all the Gores. Yes.
Yes, all the Gores.
So, now how's the standoff going? You know how people, Democrats want to say, Trump always chickens out. And then Nick Fuentes has started talking.
Right? Yes.
Yeah. Trump chickened out. I am pleased to report that the negotiations with my techno Jews have been going very well. And because of that, in all caps, regarding, a complete and total resolution of our hostilities in the Middle East based on the tenor and tone of these in-depth, detailed, and constructive conversations. Oh, I didn't realize witch. She got the witch wrong, or Bimbo who wrote it did. Which will continue throughout the week. I've instructed the Department of War to postpone ending all military strikes against Iranian power plants and energy infrastructure. They're a petro state or whatever the term is. You cut off their oil even more than we already have.
Right.
These poor Iranians you wanted to help are going to fucking starve to death and be sent back to the Stone Age.
Yep. Also, gas is pennies away from $4 for me right now. So.
Yep, already going up now
lovely.
too.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So nothing's resolved.
$3.49, I think, for me.
Damn, that's lower than here.
Like a bowl of cereal, Nick and his brothers can't just have one. They got to drop a second. Appreciate you. The classic, rocking that. Wait. I'm six because I got high. Afro-Man. Yes. I'm so. My whiteness. I'm sorry.
I need some lemon pound cake with that right now. Hell yeah.
Pound cake. Okay, so this was yesterday, the 23rd. For a 5-day period. So you got 2 days. All right, the talks are going good. You've got 5 days before I war crime you. In all caps.
I mean, you could say it's the big ask, you could, but like,
the big war crime.
right.
I like. All right, moving along. We have too many tabs. God dang it, Trump, bro. I didn't leave my house without a MAGA hat for 3 fucking years, bro.
Yeah.
Joe Kent, who has been proven 100% right. Step 1 in de-escalation must be restraining the Israelis. Otherwise, all efforts to negotiate will follow this pattern. POTUS publicly announces de-escalation. Israel takes major strikes to destroy the negotiations, kill the Qatari negotiators, and in turn weaken our ability to negotiate. The war accelerates, Isaac.
That first line, step 1, I fully agree. And I think it's as simple as that. If we gotta exert our dominance in reining them in, saying stop roping us into your shit.
And he hasn't. They killed the Qatari negotiator. And then he allegedly made Netanyahu call them like on the spot and like read a written response to them for it. And then they attack more of the infrastructure and he's like, bad Israelis, bad. And then squirts him with the water. And then he says, in 2 days, I'm going to destroy all of your energy infrastructure.
Right. Too much emphasis on supporting a foreign country. It's not good. So.
It honestly does sound. It honestly does sound like a woman is running his Truth Social account.
Oh, yeah. The one who often types says, though sometimes, like, there's the one time when he talked shit about Pam Bondi, and it seemed like Susie Wiles basically hijacked the account.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, yeah. You don't remember that? It's the first time he, like, majorly called out Pam Bondi for not doing shit, and then he issued actually, Pam Bondi's, like, the bestest is, but it wasn't written like him in the slightest bit. It was obviously Susie Wiles.
Okay. I got to go back to that.
Yeah. All right. Now, so like he was just saying, you got to get Israel under control. And as we learned, we're going to decide when to end this not a war with Israel's input.
Yeah.
Let's check in on American sovereignty. Netanyahu is reportedly concerned about the possibility of America reaching a bad deal with Iran, per Israeli media. Isaac, Netanyahu might not be happy with the deal we make with Iran. Do you think that might get in the way of the deal?
I would ideally hope not, but realistically, I think it will. Because I'm not.
They're going to blow things up, and then Iran is going to attack.
I'm not going to live it. I'm not going to live in denial here. Netanyahu's endorsement of things seems to weigh pretty heavily on our behavior. So
Trump already tried to end the Shmushrain war, and he got close, and then they just started drone attacking each other.
Right.
And then he got really close. And then they started drone attacking each other to the point where I don't remember, he got fed up at one point, said, fuck all of you, I'm done with this.
Right.
Because quagmires are quagmires.
I love the clip. I post it all the time of the let them fight. The famous Trump clip, let them fight. Why not let them fight? And that's kind of my idea. Let them fight. It's not our fight. Our cities are overrun. I can't go to Walmart without feeling like a foreigner in my own country. And that's... And battle I'm concerned
this
about.
Creates more foreigners entering the West as well.
Yes. I'm not concerned who owns this little square piece of the sandbox out in the Middle East. Not my fight. So.
But the Rothschilds really care. So
I'm white and I'm a Christian. I have no ethnic or religious connections to that. So, yes.
So this is Oman's foreign minister who is part of the negotiations. And I'll just make it quick. He basically explained, because I talk about how a lot of this is liberal world order versus BRICS.
Right.
And how I argue that Israel is going to stab us in the back and join BRICS. And they're also partly trying to get the Gulf states to turn on us so they can get them to join BRICS as well. Right. And then it's literally just America, because Europe's not with us on this. America left totally alone so we can be picked apart and destroyed. By
honestly,
our greatest ally literally wants us to be destroyed so they can be more powerful than us.
Europe needs to get their shit together, but we need to help Europe start stepping in the right direction too. We need to. I kind of agree with the Buchanan idea of like we are an extension of the European nations. We are one, you know.
So by trying to do negotiations and then killing people, or I give you, I think one of his last like 5 weeks, he's like, or no, I give you 5 days. And then he attacked on the 3rd day. That's when he did those first bunker busters.
Right.
That destroys diplomacy. Countries don't want to trust you after that. Getting dragged into this war by Israel. Killing people trying to negotiate into it. It destroys our prestige on the world table. And so people stop trusting America. And the only other option is to turn to BRICS.
And
they're trying to destroy our reputation for our enemies.
We just came off the heels of Venezuela. So I was feeling pretty cocky, you know, of us. I think a lot of us were. It's like, we're going to discombobulate your ass. We're going to kidnap your leader, and we're going to mugshot him, and we're going to perp walk him. Iran ain't that animal. Iran's a totally different beast. It's a huge nation, fortified, very
like
rugged
80
terrain.
90 million people?
Right?
Yeah,
and they
it's
have
a ton of
very,
people.
very rugged terrain around them.
And ran by a cult.
Yeah, and well, the thing is, they'll never be ideologically broken, ever. So we're making martyrs. What's it's like we have to think, is that a good idea to be doing? You know, so.
Trump thinks so. Okay, so this I think was like today, as far as I can tell. So President Trump on a human level, not as a president. How hopeful are you that this peace deal with Iran will work out? I think we're going to end it. I can't tell you for sure. This war has been won. Mission accomplished, guys.
Yeah.
The only one that likes to keep it going is the fake news. Oh, yeah, but what are all those missile strikes that keep happening every night that are hidden everywhere, except on like TikTok, but they're going after them as hard as they can. They have no Navy, they have no Air Force, they have no nothing. Did the Taliban have a Navy and an Air Force when we stayed there for 17 years? We literally have planes flying over Tehran. Then where are all these missiles coming from that keep hitting Israel on the Gulf? They can't do a thing about it except shoot missiles that, oh, sorry, we ran out of the anti-air missiles. So, but we're going to lie and say we haven't, but we can't stop the missiles. So we're just going to stop the videos of the missiles. They're totally defeated. But if you read the New York Times or watch ABC or NBC News, you say it's a close battle. It's not a close battle. It wasn't a close battle against the Taliban either. And they won after 17 years, and we rewarded them with $1 billion of military equipment for winning.
You know how you defeat a Taliban or a Viet Cong? You know, remember the VC even. You know, an entrenched, motivated group is you have closed borders. You have America First policy. We don't let foreigners in our country. And we have our little slice of paradise and don't share it with anybody and make them isolate them. Say, you know what, if you want to be little shitheads, you Taliban over there, do it over there. Nobody's welcome to come screw with us over here. And if you do, we will destroy you. But, you know, you can't fix what's broken. You can't. You can't. With these people, they're ideologically.
What you're saying is it needs to be like wiped clean and start over.
Yes. We call it the Hayden option.
It's a Hayden, the nuke it option, press the button, you know, I'm not opposed either. So.
But moving on.
Genocide, genocide, whatever, you know.
No matter what we say, it's always implied that the nuclear option is always the best option, but sadly we can't just destroy everything for now. All right, so I'm told this isn't a war. It's a limited military operation, and there's no boots on the ground. But also we're sending in the Navy. But that's boots on the water, okay? Also now we're sending in the Air Force. But that's boots on the sky, okay? That's not boots on the ground.
Right.
So we're deploying 82nd Airborne?
Yeah.
That was the last squadron I was attached to.
Oh.
Well,
they're being sent as cannon fodder for Israel. When you voted for the pro-peace ticket, guys.
Yeah, no wars.
Oh yeah, no new wars. Remember that? That was fun.
Did you want to talk about the Army enlistment age? I just saw that right before the stream.
This one?
Yes.
Army is increasing the maximum enlistment age from 34 to 42. And on 4/20 of this year, they'll eliminate a waiver if you've been convicted of possession of marijuana once. So apparently you could get in with a waiver, but now you don't have to have a waiver if you got caught smoking weed once. 42. So when they had what I believe was Iraq War, they did something similar. It went up to 40 and then once again went up to 42. This is what you do when you're fighting a war
like,
or
remember
about to
England
fight a
in
war.
World War II? You know, they were going up to like 50s and stuff. Maybe even 60. I don't know, but
And this is after Trump got a bump in enlistment as well. It's still not
Right,
enough. And why do we need more? This isn't a war. It's limited military operation. Why would we need to be increasing enrollment by this much?
right. That's an 8-year. That's an
'Cause-
8-year jump. That's huge. So
Because they want boots on the ground. MTG's already calling it out too. They're going to do boots on the ground, I believe.
So does the meme that everyone cycles around, the "I'm not effing dying for Israel" meme? Do you think that the one that I got called anti-Semitic for posting that like a year ago? Everyone's like, "You're a you're a Jew hater." It's like I don't want to die for any foreign country, Jewish or not.
That's what I'm
so-
saying, dude. Literally just a year ago, the Overton window was. It was like. So if we do, like 100 and like plus 50s all the way and then minus 50. The Jewish lobby and their control over the narrative, and was that like a 45?
Someone check on Elon.
But like, and that was like, they started losing some support from the left post October 7th, and then started going down
Right.
once the crazies really started Gaza. It's at like minus 30, minus 20 at this, like. They had like
Well,
a
you have to realize-
60, 70 point swing. Oh my God.
Would they be going so hard if they didn't think they needed to? You know what I mean? Like if they
It's the
had
last
so
chance.
much support, it is exactly.
Whatever Democrat gets in afterwards isn't going to end this. But Kamala, I don't believe would have started it. They knew Trump was the one to do it.
I don't know.
Oh, well then you're retarded. Kamala would not have.
Okay, well,
would not
I
have
mean
been
that's
doing
true
this.
too. Yeah.
This happened because Netanyahu came to the White House 5 fucking times. 25 times.
Right. It's
The base one
unfortunate.
of the base one of put up with that from Kamala. It wouldn't have happened.
Right.
I'm telling you.
You're very right about
This-
that. Yes, thinking
now-
contextually. Yes. Yeah.
Would Israel be popping off? Probably not, because it's only doing it because it knows it can drag America into it. It probably wouldn't have thought it could drag Kamala into it. They knew they could drag Trump into it, though, and they succeeded.
They wouldn't
too
have under Kamala. They wouldn't have tried it because how many trans people were in the military at that time?
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess, but also, dear anyone planning on drafting Americans under age 42, good luck.
Yeah, that's not going
Isaac?
to happen. No.
Thoughts on a draft? How do you think the public's going to react to that?
That will be.
That actually, I would appreciate that. Then we can finally say, "Oh, it's time, guys. Oh, this whole civilization thing is finally over. All right, we can finally just start popping off. Awesome."
That would be the catalyst. So,
Legally and peacefully overthrow everything. Now, moving along. Iran is 100% militarily degraded, but they're lighting Israel up like a Christmas tree. I'm starting to think maybe Trump doesn't have a fucking clue what he's doing. So, what's he mean, lighten it up? Oh, well, they keep hiding this from our media. Demona. Isaac, I assume you know about this place, right? Oh, do you not? Demona?
I've heard of it, but I'm not.
What
I
if-
don't know the.
What if I said
consequence
this?
of it.
What if I said this is Israel's nuke facility that JFK was murdered for?
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
Demona is the area where they have their secret nuclear program, nuclear weapons.
Yes.
One of the things that finally turned me was when I found out that it's just an open secret that Israel has nukes and everyone knows it, and we just pretend like they don't. And they're allowed to just break all of the rules. That's when I went, I think something's up here, guys.
When I found out about the Samson option, I'm like, well,
yeah, and then that.
Oh, okay.
You know,
But
it's like, I don't want Pakistan to have nukes, but they seem like pretty similar people looking at them
You know,
over
the
there.
Samson option would be used on their allies, not their enemies. You know, that's the rule, right? The Samson option means everything gets
really?
unleashed on the ally. Yes, it's the consequence of you have
For
to
not
support
supporting
us,
them?
or you're coming down with us. That's what that is. So,
As I'm saying, they're going to join BRICS by the end of
yes.
this.
right. It's. I mean, you could say America's being held at gunpoint, and you would be
So-
right. So, you know.
So they hit this, and then you notice it's residential, and the whole, oh no, Iran is hitting residential areas. Meanwhile,
Who would ever do
Israel
that, ever?
Israel
Yeah.
will blow up your school and be like, but there is some rat tunnels underneath, and even if there is like a rat tunnel, it's a little small cache of weapons or something like that. Hiding nuclear weapons under residential neighborhoods.
Yeah. Using human shields. It's never acceptable. No matter who does it, ever.
So they're out of like some of these interceptor missiles, or they seem to have some of the rockets that like speed up and like change and stuff that seem to be getting around them. Whatever. I think they're running out. I think the stockpile is running low, and Trump can lie all the fuck he wants. Be like, well, we got space lasers,
it's not unlimited. It's not unlimited. Yeah.
And that's part of what Israel's doing too, is softening us up for China.
Well, why did all the weapons manufacturers get rushed to the White House the other week? And they were told produce, and the CEOs were like,
but we're totally fine, guys. We're not running out.
They're like, we're at our max. We're doing the most we can.
Yeah. Two countries are the only people who benefit from this, and that is Israel and China. China, every day this goes on, they're like, you know what? Let's move up that timetable for taking Taiwan. Oh, these idiots are still doing this? We're going to have Taiwan any day now.
Yep.
So
China
retarded.
will benefit greatly from this. So
And then
Isn't China building those
One Belt, One Road?
The artificial
building everything.
islands?
yes,
Oh.
that as well. Yes.
Yeah, and then those are, allegedly for putting weapons on and stuff. Yeah. And so they're not intercepting them, and they are hiding it as much as they can.
Yeah. Well, I mean, why is that information you would ever want out? You know, like, oh, hey, we're vulnerable, don't hit us. And because we always talk about the Iron Dome, and I was told we were going to get a Golden Dome, here in the United States. That was honestly like top 5 promises in the election I was hoping for. I wanted us to have the most elite missile defense system in America. We're not getting it.
We can't have a Golden Dome. We gave it to Israel and Ukraine.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that's
So
what I
China,
wanted
it's
badly.
just gonna have a Chinese century, and America's gonna be looted and destroyed, and just deal with it. We're your greatest allies. Moving along. MTG. Energy lockdowns are starting in the Middle East and parts of Asia, with Europe likely being affected. 100% will be. Inflation is already being. Inflation is going to skyrocket, and global food supplies will be affected. This war should not have happened, and now many people suffer, including Americans. Unnecessary chaos. Everyone pretend like, oh, this is a limited operation. It's already over. What do you mean it's a war? Why are you such a panicking? Pussy.
I know.
You don't want to have a bunch of bloodlust with me and be a fucking retard who doesn't realize how war works. No, wars are quagmires and they have consequences. And we're in this fucking retarded globalist world of like just in time and all these. Our system is not, a little disruption in our system destroys fucking everything, and people starve.
Still think it's World War One, and it's fighting for America means it's for American interests and and all this stuff. It's like war is not that simple politically, even so, not just logistically, but politically. So
it's not a war. Dragon-wise, did you see how much they're asking for this Iran military operation? That's not a war. It's not a war, so it's probably not very much they're asking for, right?
What, a couple
Guess.
billion?
Isaac, do you know the answer?
I don't know the answer. No, I would assume
Guess. It's a bit more than a couple bill.
between 10 and 20.
You sweet summer children, you. $200 billion.
Oh, $200 billion. Fantastic. Yes.
Remember when we
Hold
complained
on,
about
let me check
spending...
underneath my couch.
Remember when we complained about spending $1 trillion in Afghanistan in like a decade and a half? What if I said $1/5 of $1 trillion for this thing that's not a war? No, they might not get it. But the ask is 200 bill for this not a war.
I want to put that and build a wall. I want to build a wall on our southern border. So
Isaac, thank you. Here's what else we could do with that. You could cover the healthcare costs of every 13 to 18-year-old in America for a year. You could deport 96 million people if you paid Eric Prince to do it. Yes. You could give down payment vouchers of 20. You don't. Just deport all the people. We don't need to do this home
deportations.
Stuff.
Yes, that one. Yes.
No more free money. Get rid of the leeches.
Yeah, it's the. And according to Scoop, the Pentagon asked the White House today for more than 200 bill for the Iran war supplemental. Sources say, but it's the number going around and it's being believed. But WAPO and all that, blah, blah, blah. But I don't see NeoCons saying, no, that's a lot. I didn't see any of that. What else could we do? Well, NASA is going to spend $20 billion on moon base. So we could have had 20 moon bases or the war with Iran. It'd be 10 moon bases, but
we would be colonizing the galaxy if we weren't babysitting third worlders at this point, to be honest.
I did have a tab. People are realizing that we can't let Indians leave Earth or we're fucked. And people are saying that it's basically like a shit test for species to see whether or not they're allowed to make it out into the galaxy.
There's only two solutions. We either remove them all from Earth or none of them can leave. It's not a mixed bag.
I will say 20 bill. Okay, get out of here. Any of these things, it's going to end up being 200 bill at least and take an extra 10 years.
But what would you rather have? A moon base, a freaking moon base, or a war for Israel? Which one?
The wildlife bridge to nowhere in California for $100 million. I prefer that over $200 billion to go to war with Iran. That would be more productive for America.
Yeah.
All right, moving along. Isaac, how's your back holding up?
I'm alive. All right, but feeling it. So
I'm being bad. Okay, I'm being a bad boy. Elon really threw some bold predictions into our conversation. He's been going big recently. An economy 10 times its size in 10 years. A moon base. People on Mars. Mass drivers in orbit. He's talking about getting petawatts, taking us to like type 1 civilization. What a time to be alive. Elon Musk, provided there is not a major world war.
Right.
Then yes.
Dude, his replies is like the voice of reason. I stumble across sometimes when I'm just scrolling through the day. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'd rather go interplanetary than fight wars for 8 million people.
I agree. Yeah,
I've known one Jewish person in almost 40 years of being alive. He was a biker. I don't want to destroy all of civilization for a group of people I've known one of.
Yep.
Moving along.
I want to not feel like a stranger in my own hometown.
Yes. Imagine thinking you're going to casually Maduro Iran, but instead you collapse the global financial system and implode the petrodollar. I keep trying to tell people this is much bigger. It's going to spiral out of control. This is about what new world order gets created.
Right.
The petrodollar, this whole liberal world order, like Bretton Woods, like post World War II.
Yes.
All of that situation. The petrodollar, the American dollar being the world reserve currency.
Mm-hmm.
BRICS is all about de-dollarizing the world and destroying that liberal world order. And if they manage to get off the petrodollar, we are fucked.
If they liberate themselves from our established economic system, you're correct. We're fucked. When they stop playing the game, it's over. It's over. So that's why they're doing this stuff to keep them small.
They're pulling the card out of the house of cards right now with this, and they're going to end up destroying their own system. Just like the Jews are trying to cancel everyone, and it's ended up blowing up in their face, and now everyone hates them. This is going to destroy the petrodollar, and then they're going to say, "Whoopsies! Sorry, we didn't mean to. We're joining BRICS now. Sorry, America. Fuck you." This is how my vision's seen it.
That's why I always tell people, because of economic stuff at the end of the day, never ever make fun of preppers. I hate how people have always done that. But preppers know what's going on, and having tangible assets ahead of time.
They will be our leaders in the future.
You're going to need it. So that's all I'm going to say.
We may have a Christian nation again. It's probably going to be Mormons, though.
No, No, I'll put up a fight.
They're the preppiest of preppers, so.
I know.
All right. In the year 2000, there were 9 countries without a Rothschild-owned or controlled central bank. Iran, Iraq, Sudan, Libya. Remember when we put the thing up Gaddafi's butt? Lols. Yes. Cuba, which we're currently overthrowing as well. But instead of, I will say, hey, at least we're smart enough to just starve them all, I guess, is a good option. North Korea, which has nukes.
Yeah.
While Iran probably didn't have nukes. So are we going to get North Korea next? Afghanistan, Syria, that's now controlled by Al-Qaeda, Venezuela.
What did we do to Venezuela recently?
Strange. Literally fucking nothing.
Yeah.
We took one of their leaders and put the other leader in charge.
Right.
And then we gave Israel a bunch
like
of oil.
They no longer have Trump. They just have J.D. Vance now. That's essentially what it is. And it did nothing,
Oh, so shout out to the Lotus Eaters. They've been doing a pretty good job about having the integrity to say, nah, this is retarded.
Right.
Where they don't get affected as much by like the Trump cult because they're British. So they can actually see this a little more soberly. Can you name a single downside for America in this war so far? Can you name an upside? It concerns me so many of our American friends have completely forgotten that the reason we are on a global dollar system in the first place is the shipping lanes guarantees. And the petrodollar relies on security guarantees. When we used to be at war all the time, people would think about this sort of stuff. Now, you just go to the store and you get food and things are easy and everything's just kind of, there. And that's how it always is and always will be. No. And when the world's... It's really nice being number one in the world. They're going to try to destroy us. They're not going to try to take us from number one to number 2. They're going to attempt to absolutely destroy us.
And
we're not ready for it.
People always talk worst case scenario. Oh, it's going to be nuclear Armageddon. And I say it might just actually be the Great Depression on steroids. And it's going to be mass poverty. That's why it's like bean bullets, Band-Aids, buy resources ahead of time.
Isaac, were you on the stream? Do you remember I started talking about how I thought they were going to pull a COVID in his last term again, but I thought they were going to go economic with it and destroy the economy?
I fully agree.
Well, I think I know how they're going to go about doing that now.
Yes, unfortunately. The, what is it, the 2029-ish window we're looking at, essentially? Yeah.
Man. So, we all assume Gavin Newsom is running in 2028. Well, he has finally confirmed it. He's a proud Zionist who reveres Israel, and he regrets calling them an apartheid state. He only
he's
knew
our
that
next
about
president.
Netanyahu.
He's our next president. Fuck.
Yeah, right? Like, Isaac, would you agree that this is the same thing as him announcing he's running for president? To turn that much on his base, there's only one reason he would be doing that.
Did you see he posted a picture of Patrick Bateman today and said, everyone's telling me I look just like this guy. He's like trying to be cool and trendy.
What the fuck?
He posted it today.
Oh my God.
Literally, of Christian Bale.
His account?
Not the press. Gavin Newsom's personal account. Scroll down a couple tweets. Yes. And it was even a side-by-side, split down the nose. Half him, half Bateman. And it's like, dude, you're comparing yourself to a serial killer. It's like, yeah, we think, okay, the base department memes and stuff, but your base might not like that. He shoots homeless people, that kind of applies to your state.
Wait.
You might clean up your state,
But he starts by sociopathically supporting Jewish people.
Yes. Hey, buddy, cool.
So he's one of the normals.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Which is what he's doing. Oh my God.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God. It's complete. Yeah, he's running.
It's play.
And I think he's going to pull the Biden. He's going to be the front runner. Everyone's going to destroy him, and he's going to drop. And the next one up, they'll get destroyed. They'll get destroyed until they go through all of them. And just like Biden, he'll end up back at the top of the pile.
I think also they could pull a Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders thing. The DNC can screw around with stuff. And,
yes, we saw with Kamala. If they want someone to be the candidate, they'll make them the candidate.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if you saw this. This is the new fear-mongering for Europe because the Europeans don't want to get into this fucking quagmire.
Right.
So, Israeli Chief of Staff says that Iran launched a 2-stage ICBM with a range of 4,000 kilometers. toward an American target on the island of Diego Garcia. Do you know where Diego Garcia is?
I can't point to it on a map. No.
It's somewhere around in here. Let's see. It's here.
Oh, really? Okay.
So they just shot it into the Indian fucking Ocean. So if they can make it that far, that means they can shoot it all the way across Europe and no one will stop it.
So wait, Europe doesn't have anti-missile technology?
Correct. They don't. Yeah, see, they don't want you to understand that. And so now all of Europe is in range of Iran. We told you, just trust Benjamin Netanyahu's chief of staff that this totes happened. So now this is all the anti-Semitism shit they're faking or they're doing in the UK. Plus now this. Barbarossa, Pearl Harbor, Swindon. Surprise attacks can in a moment change the course. They're trying to say that Iran is going to Pearl Harbor the British.
That's
it's not working, guys.
I mean,
good luck with that.
They're
Now,
really doing anything to pull them into this whatsoever. Yeah.
So honestly, the crazy lefties aren't doing it because they're crazy lefties, which is why I'm saying it just wouldn't have happened under Kamala.
Right.
So they're trying to basically, you got the Rupert Lowe. He gets it. The people who are actual patriots can get it.
Right.
Advance UK, Nigel Farage, they're all in on it. They're like, let's get in this quagmire too. So it's all about fear monger.
How's our boy Rupert doing on this, though? Has he been chiming
in? He's perfect. Yeah, 100% it every time.
Yeah.
Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu says Iran proving it can strike Europe with missiles means it's time for all allies to fully join the war. That's not a war.
Really? Wow.
So now they're going. So this Diego Garcia thing. I'm just gonna assume they made it all up 100%. I don't believe it happened at all. And if it did, they're 100% gaslighting people and lying to them to try to fearmonger to join the quagmire. Because credit to Europe, they're doing it for idiotic leftist reasons, but shout out for whatever that reason is. Some of like black people not getting COVID shots. Hey, credit to the Europeans for not falling.
It's kind of like the ends justify the means. You know, it's like black people like, oh, this white people government bad. I'm not going to get their shot. It's like, you know what? I'm glad you didn't get
credit
it.
where
I'm very happy for you.
Hey,
exactly. You're an ignorant retard everywhere else, but it worked out for you this time.
Yeah.
So,
hey. You know. Yeah. The way you added the math was retarded, but you came out with the right answer. So well done.
Yes, exactly. You know.
All right. Now, restore Britain. Our aim is to give millions and millions and millions of non-voters the motivation to vote. I'm told I have to vote for Trump because, like, Kamala's better. What? Do you want the communists to win? I'm an independent. No one has earned my vote. You have to earn my vote.
Yeah.
And restore Britain.
I'm not Democrat or Republican either. Yeah. So.
And similar to restore Britain, similar to Ryan Gosling saying with Project Hail Mary, it's it's not up to you to have to go see the movie and save the theaters. We are the ones who have to earn you coming to the theaters. And Restore Britain is saying we have to earn your vote, and we're going to get a ton of people who have never voted to vote. And this is what got Trump over the humps.
Yep.
And it's also and then he ruined it all, and it's what's going to destroy us in the midterms. Restore Britain is now in it. Every other major political party ignores them because they don't. All right, because they don't vote. We will not ignore them. We will speak to them, and we will give them a reason to vote. Finally, Rupert Lowe. I really don't care if the boat migrants want a better life. It's not our problem.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what
this gave me chills when I read it.
Hell yeah. I love he always says not our problem, and he always says I don't care. They're like, it's racist. I don't care.
Yes, exactly. That attitude.
Yes. I agree with that completely.
No longer justifying like, no, you're twisting my words. The Democrats are the real racists. It's like, you know what? I don't care at this point. I'm doing what I need to do for my country. So,
Isaac, prepare yourself, because the fake conservatives are like, oh, the problem is just the immigrants who don't integrate. We just need to work on integration. Here's Rupert Lowe's thoughts on
assimilation is a myth at this point.
And Rupert Lowe with
I would
many...
say for non-Europeans, Europeans can assimilate. So
yeah, white Christians can assimilate with white Christians. Who would have thought?
Right.
With many of those who arrived in our country legally, integration is impossible. They don't speak English. They refuse to work. They hate us. Forget integration. We are so far past that. They should be deported.
yes.
Amen.
I argue that is too moderate, and I don't want to pay for their deportations, but I'm willing to pay for rope and bullets.
Yes.
But fine, I guess we can start with the deportations, and if that doesn't work,
We'll
we
see
can
how
use
it
more
goes.
effective
Yes.
tools. Do you guys remember The Savant that got canceled? It was basically a show about...
I was going to be reviewing it if it came.
Yeah, a
Yes.
white woman cyber stalking Isaac online.
Correct. Yes.
What if I told you Britain basically just released their own?
No way.
Yes, and the bad guy is a white guy who he thinks the government is lying about immigration statistics, so he sends Freedom of Information X.
Is this a? Oh, it's BBC. Yes, I see that in the corner. Yes. So.
And
Damn.
yeah, so he basically thinks the government's lying about immigration, so he does Freedom of Information reacts to do the 100% legal and appropriate way to get information from the government.
Very Orwellian, one might
And
say.
that's
Yes.
he's an extremist they have to hunt down.
Yes.
And then there's some people who are like, I literally do this for my job. Are people smoking? Like,
Right.
I'm petitioning the government using a law, doing everything perfectly lawfully
Lawyers use
whole-
FOIA requests all the time.
to hold the government accountable. And now they're trying to say you're a white terrorist if you do that.
Yes. Yeah, government transparency makes you a right-wing extremist. So, yeah.
Obviously, the biggest
They're driving on the
complaint-
wrong side of the road, too. Plus, it's a black
Women.
woman driving. So there's
Well,
that.
yeah.
But, you know.
Possibly.
And they made it there safely.
Black women formerly the worst drivers. Shout out to Indians.
Yeah.
This is the bad guy. And so, Isaac, you ever dabbled in any
That's-
4chan?
Never, actually. Believe
Well,
it or
do you
not.
know that they
I'm
refer
very
to each
familiar,
other?
though.
Do you know why they refer to each other as anons? Do you know why?
Yeah, anonymous. Yeah.
Because they're anonymous.
Yes. Yeah.
They multiple times talk about this guy's 4chan account.
Anon. They call him Anon or whatever.
They don't have accounts. And he posts a video about immigration that's super milquetoast that we probably would have called him an F slur pussy. Like, when you gonna catch up to
But
reality?
he's showing his face, too.
Yes, and he's showing his face, and he uploaded like a full video and like audio video to 4chan, which I guess is not a thing either. I mean, it's an image board.
This is very...
So they don't understand 4chan in the slightest fucking bit.
This is like the...
This. They got him on the...
This is like... Okay.
The
I think
Panopticon
gaming-
screen. We're fucking
I think-
24 in this guy.
No. I think gaming journalists wrote this show. That's what I'm trying to look for here. Like, it's the so out of touch, just hyper paranoid.
I think I found her.
You know.
I think
Yes,
she wrote
her,
this.
Yes, 100%. Yes. So, I kind of want to. I'm like
So-
morbidly curious to look at it for some reason. But
So if you don't know, so you think like our comedians, our entertainment's woke and terrible. The British is so much woker, so much worse. Bridgerton, which is their let's put black and Indian people in old timey England show.
Right.
Now the main character is in going to be in this season in a lesbian relationship with a black like royal.
That's really historically accurate to 1800s Anglican Britain, the Christian nation, where the church is the head of the state, or vice versa, whatever. But yeah, that's really, they're all about that, weren't they, in the 1800s?
All right, we just got a couple more so we can get you
course
out
they
of here. Okay, so I feel like I'm gonna try to do this every time we have to talk about like Israel and all that stuff a lot because like I'm not a Jew obsessor because it literally like fucks your brain up and turns you into a tart, and that's why we see a lot of horseshoeing from the Israel obsessed crowd.
Yep.
Sneeko. This is how they end up loving. Actually, Muslims are the bestesses. It's due time. The far left and far right unite. and focus on the common enemy. Nick Fuentes has also made similar arguments. Notice how nobody talks about ICE or trans people anymore? There are divisive issues planted to keep the goyim bickering while they nuke the world. Shut up about your isms already. And everyone's literally just like, fuck you. We can hate everyone. A wise man once said, never get so anti-Jewish you end up defending Muslims.
Well, I say I'm capable of multitasking. I can be anti-Jewish and anti-Muslim at the same time. I'm capable of more than one thing at a time. You know, that's like pea brain behavior. You got to pick one. You know. Oh, I love this meme. It's saved to my phone. Yes, so, yes.
Yeah, it's not going very well. Sneeko, bro.
Sneeko is a retard.
I actually like it. Yeah, but his retardation is a good like, hey. You know, it's all right to research this, know about it, talk about it, but when you obsess about it, it literally melts your brain. It turns you into a tard. I call it true obsession because it's not just the being anti against it, it's the pro crowd. It also consumes them and makes them stop.
Right.
Makes them
100%.
stop thinking.
And
all right.
And it's the rabbit hole that you go down investigating the stuff and how it just spreads out to everything.
Well, and it's the not shutting up about it constantly. It's people do it with their diets. People do it with crypto and stuff. Like people get really into something, and then you know you try to have a conversation. In every conversation, they move it right back to that thing they're obsessed with. And with this crowd,
fanaticism. Yeah, fanaticism.
Like, yeah,
and that's a recent convert. You know.
Yeah, and then that's why when Alex Jones has to go Jew like that because he just couldn't take it anymore because I mean he's not wrong. We can talk about this, but also be an adults that don't see Jewish people being the reason we stubbed up in toe for Christ's sakes.
That's what. That's the reason I got a flat tire, by the way. So.
Actually, I saw it was old. Laura Loomer once was someone stabbed my tire.
Dry rot.
I didn't know tires could look like that. Oh my god. Dragon dropping 5. And the Kurath. I don't know what that is, but it sounds badass. Trunks the Wicked, but spelled very weird. Banned videos. I used to be on there. Baloney Tugboat.
Wow.
Is that a sex thing? And Pure Blood based. It's a
Don't Urban Dictionary that one.
Yes. I'm not. Shout out. Appreciate you, man. All right. We got one last thing. I wanted to end on a good note, a really positive. And then while we do outros, we will look at some cute Japanese girls. Tempe, Arizona police are looking for who's responsible, what hero is responsible so they can give him a medal for vandalizing a 15-foot crescent moon. Let's see. This gigantic display of conquering our country.
Yes.
Oh no, somebody vandalized it. And there's no
the Count clip. Oh no, what happened?
Yeah.
So sad.
There's no culprits. Oh no. Pray they don't find them. No one saw nothing. So and then someone in here actually pointed out how originally the crescent moon wasn't a Muslim symbol, but then once they took like Constantinople or like Turkey, then they started using it as a symbol to show like their domination. Is that true, Isaac?
I don't know the exact history on that. They appropriated a lot. They ripped off and
Babylon and shit.
A lot. Yeah. So Islam is very like they would be sued
dominating
for copyright infringement, essentially. Like, you know, Muhammad that took a lot of different cultural, ideological, you could say religious ideas, and just mixed it all together in a retarded blender. So
I'm waiting for the moment when the Overton window shifts enough that the skinheads stop using the swastika because it reminds them of Indians too much.
Yes. Well, you just got to turn it a little bit. Turn it.
Yeah, fair, but that's what I'm saying though. But once they're so fed up, the Overton window's just enough. They're like, nah, this shit's too gay. We ain't doing this no more.
Exactly right. Hey, why do you have that black square on your chest? Don't worry about it. You know,
yeah.
You know.
See, let's see. When the Muslims invaded Romania, Vlad shoved 20,000 Poles up their asses and put them on his lawn.
Yes.
I saw. Yeah, what fences make good neighbors, but Vlad's like neighbors make good fences.
Vlad was a saint in my book, personally. So
I know it's hard, but like king, whatever the king or whoever, one of the bloodlines did go back to Transylvania to Vlad. They're literally fucking vampires. But now, like, I used to think that's bad, but now I'm like, Vlad the Impaler's kind of based.
There might be some other connections to Vlad, ethnically speaking. Early life type of stuff. So
You early life Vlad the Impaler.
I did, yeah.
Risk it. Slipping a 20 in the G-string. Appreciate you. It is well that war is so terrible. Otherwise, we should grow too fond of it. Robert E. Lee. Risk it. I was trying to get Isaac out of here, but we're talking a little fourth turning. It's all... Oh, ABF. Did you just now...
Oh, wow.
6 hours.
Holy
Jesus
shit.
Christ. I know, we're literally... I'm on my last tab. We're just wrapping it up, but Risk It had some other ideas. So, fourth turnings. So during wars or big events, depending on how old you are, you play different roles during those events. And that shapes your generation. And then once you grow up, you know, like the next generation down, like they remember the war. They're taught about the war, and you know, the parents are like, war is bad. But then you get farther away from that war and people forget war. It's like, you know, a lot of our grandparents, they remember the Great Depression, and they kept living like it for the rest of their lives. Generations, like, we're very different people, and that's why, like, we're kind of doomed until we get the boomers out of here. The four turning is all about the cycle, the rotating through the four seasons, the saeculum, saeculum.
The boomers, you know, always, when I was growing up, the boomers always told me, look at the piles of the wedding rings in Germany back in the day. You know, that was always pushed upon us very heavily. And you know, now I'm going to be telling my grandchildren, don't go to diverse neighborhoods if you want to live, type of stuff. That's our war. We've survived. You know what I mean? So the boomers grew up with their, oh, look at this stuff that happened, you know. And then I'm going to be like, you know, we got a different war we're facing right now. So
yes, but then that's the thing, is they will remember. Their
It's a war of
kids,
infiltration.
their kids won't quite remember, and then the great grandkids, they completely forget, and then that's when we have Fall of Rome situation, sadly.
yes, you know.
Yeah, war is hell, and sadly we forget about it, and we got gay neocons like Lindsey Graham who are war profiteers, and it's very easy to get passionate and a little bloodlusty around these times. It's much harder to have standards,
Especially
principles, and integrity.
When you're a gay man that doesn't have kids and never will have kids, and you have no ancestral responsibilities, you just want to sell out, you know, that's a big problem.
Yeah, talking about the boomers makes me want to be happier. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for...
Did your computer freeze?
Well, we lost an Irwin. That's a good screenshot right there. This is welcome back, everybody, to the Golden Age podcast Tuesday nights. We are reviewing Japanese exercise videos right now. Dragonwise, you're my co-host.
Hey, yes, sir.
Good to see everybody in chat. We're going to see if Irwin gets back. I see we have ABF in the chat, just getting off the heels of Tuesday night's main event.
How is ABF?
I hope it was great. Yeah, I'm hoping to get the MegaCon next year. We might do some plans talking about that. We got Risk in the chat. I see Mr. Tato dropping the link to my channel. Oh, guys, I'm only about 50 watch hours away from being monetized. So check out the playlist, Golden Age Podcast. Dragon, where are you going to be at? What you going to be? Okay, good. Erwin, how you doing?
I even checked my data before. I had plenty of data. The 1080p Japanese broads literally, I think, blasted through my remaining data. I mean, my channels, I was actually worried at the stream got taken down for a second, but my channel's under attack. If anyone wants to sneak some last minute super chats in to help my channel, that's totally under attack. Dragon.
We carried it, by the way.
Yes, thank you, Isaac. I even checked. I had plenty of fucking data. Isaac, you already went, right? Dragon, what were you saying? I act like I never left.
Where were we? Oh, MegaCon next year. Would like to go there.
Oh,
same.
Yeah. I mean, the mind and body are willing. The wallet, not as much. But I very much so would like to. I'm very jealous. Yes. And as they'll talk about, once you go to one, you want to go to all of them.
Hey, you're locking up again.
Oh, yeah, it's because I'm on my shit internet. So let's get the hell out of here. Thank you all. Shout out to the Dragonwise army. You guys came up big today. Couldn't do this without you guys. I will, of course, be back Thursday with functioning internet. Appreciate you all, and we will see you later.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Good, then get the hell out of my life. Who needs you? Beat it. Leave me alone.
I needed to get rid of the human garbage, otherwise known as my best friends.
Come on!
Bonnie, how do you keep getting back in?
Well, bye.
If we're not back by dawn, call the president.
Bye, everyone. I fucked up and I don't have a tab.